The movie was about Krishna. Krishna was the god that created apparently the earth. And there was a king that seemed to be kind because he didn't want to fight against his parientes, relatives. So no, let her stay there. So Krishna was talking to this king and telling him that it was his duty to fight against the bad relatives. It was a very interesting movie, even though it was all about
Fight?
talking. Well, you know how it's part 1, part 2?
Yeah.
I started at part 2.
Why did you start on part 2?
It must have been because I couldn't find part 1. And at first, I was bored. Except that one of them was dressed in gold and the other one was dressed in silver.
Okay. King was dressed in gold and the relatives was dressed in silver.
No, the silver was the... perhaps...
Soldiers?
No, the god.
Oh.
One of them was gold, one of them was silver. But these two young men were very handsome. All right?
Okay.
And the king said, "How can you have created the sun? The sun is very old, ancient." And then the Krishna said, "Whenever there's a problem that humans need me, I reincarnate and I come down to help."
Okay.
So it's a different religion, right?
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the way these two were talking, because they would talk and they would listen and they would
And it would bark.
give information to each other. After it was finished,
You were crying.
well, no, I wasn't crying. I did see the relatives. It's about 2 people and 2 other people, right?
Yeah.
So the young king is supposed to be the good one. He's talking with God, right? The old king, at the end of all of this, I see that he is blind.
Who?
The old king. And he has a counselor, right?
Yeah.
Another old man that's giving him advice.
So,
But their clothing is not as beautiful. One of the questions I believe the old king asked was, why is God helping him? Another thing that the counselor says, I heard everything that they both said, but I do not know what the young king understands. That one was comical. You know what an allegory is?
no.
All right, I'm not too sure either. Have you heard of a metaphor?
Yes.
What is a metaphor?
Like, same. Like can and can.
Let me give you an example that I still remember. When you want to talk about electricity, some people, like Tony Robbins, described it to me this way. He said, to explain electricity to people.
Can I see what they're barking at?
No, please stay over here.
Come on, go and get it.
Stay over here and listen to my story. I got you on video. I'm not going to pause it.
You can.
Well, finish the story and then you can go. Come on. It's not long. Now, just learn what a metaphor is.
Not the story. Either way, it's raining.
Would you please let me finish? I'm at the punchline.
Okay, go.
Get closer. So what happened was, Tony Robbins said that if you ever see a pipe with water running through it, that is the same as
As?
pretending that it is
What?
electricity.
Okay. I gotta go.
So I'll have to tell you the end of the story. I saw the comments, and one person said that the story, if we see on the surface, it's about one king against another king. But if we look deeper, it's about each of us. We are like a king. We have a body, and sometimes we want to do good, and sometimes we want to do bad things. And that we must be at war with ourselves. That is, we must stop ourselves from doing bad things, from committing sins.
I'm going inside.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
It's raining.
Come on.
Can you do me a favor and bring the chair in and the dog?
Well, how about you get
How about just get the dog? Unleash the dog.
inside, Mimi?
She already knows what you meant. Freedom is beautiful. I like being out here when it's not so hot, like right now. Happy Friday. I choose to be happy every day. You must choose to do what you should do. Do your duty. Do good things. Go do a good deed.